So, coming off the NCAA's, good performance there, both by the men and women. Probably have left a few points there on the men's side, but that's while we go and run the meet, and then we're close the book on that season, and now getting ready for the outdoor season, which we open up with a split between Stanford and Florida Relays.
How do the schedule seems to have broken pretty well for you. You got the indoor meet in, and then kids could sort of take a break and concentrate on schoolwork. Is that pretty optimal way of
unusual for sure?
Yeah.
Because usually we'd be gone by now for spring break, and I think it's that extra week there that we had that allows us to be here a little longer and to get through exams, and then to finish up exams and still have an additional week. So definitely favorable.
Robert, one of the storylines for this women's team is the Triple Crown, and Sasha was just talking about how they don't really talk about it. Is that something that you prefer, that they just kind of put that on in the back of their minds and not think too much about it?
I don't know if I prefer or not. Kids these days will have a mind and a life of their own. But as far as programmatically, it's something that we talked about after cross country, and then it's already been stated the white elephant has been taken out of the room, and now it's just back to business as usual and working on each day. Trying to get better each day. Don't worry about what happens outdoors, because outdoors isn't here yet.
With that said, the women's team looks really formidable. What are your expectations for them this season?
Last time I heard that word formidable, they were talking about if we were in the SEC, would we be formidable? Yeah, we probably would. But looking for outdoors, just good overall performances, building throughout each meet. A little disappointing that we don't have a few home meets here at home. Of course, the whole scheduling thing. And we were, now we are, now we weren't again, and now we are. So just the whole back and forth in that. But you'll see us do some of our traditional stuff. We'll go to this meet. We usually always go somewhere for spring break, and then you'll see some kids go to Peyton Jordan. You'll see some kids go to Mount Sac, and then we'll kind of rally up around here and see us go to Penn Relays, and then back here for the twilight meet before we get ready for the conference meet.
Does getting the Pac-12s kind of have it landing in your lap last year, does that take some of the sting out of not having some early home meets?
Absolutely, it definitely has that. If I had my choice, I would have no meets and just have the Pac-12s here every year if we could. But the rest of the conference, and that wouldn't be fair. But definitely takes the sting out of not having meets here to be able to host probably one of our crown jewels of meets in the country.
You've announced in recent days promotions for Curtis and Jill. Can you talk about them and sort of your decision maybe to give them more responsibilities?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things to where they've been here from the beginning. Curtis has obviously done a fantastic job, something that has probably been done since the start of school year, and we just had to jump through some logistical things there, and now that they were finally done, to make it official and get them all the back pay and all those things that go along with those promotions. But just good people. Part of our success is just surrounding yourself with good people, and we're fortunate enough to be here and have the support of our administration and our president and the board that allows us to reward those good people. And every chance we get an opportunity to do that, we see fit to definitely do that.
I know you guys haven't even had a meet yet, but is there anybody redshirting this year that you know for sure is going to take a redshirt year?
Not right off the top of my head. There's a few there that are possible, but nothing comes to mind right off the top of my head. But I know that the meet after Mount Sac will be the last time that they could be able to redshirt and not be penalized. So if you haven't seen them run past Mount Sac or after Mount Sac, then you know they're pretty much redshirting. But I'll have a better idea, or we'll have a better idea after that time.
And Kyrie King transferred here in Western Kentucky because the men's track team was dissolved. When he was coming here, did he reach out to you first, or the other way around?
Yeah, even more. You missed one there. Even more so that he was at Mount Sac before he was at Western Kentucky. So he gets a chance to kind of go home there when we go there for our meet, even though it's not necessarily at Mount Sac. But Did he reach out to us? Yeah. His coach. We talked to his coach there, Brian, at Western Kentucky, who does a good job there at their school. And of course, we kind of knew Kyrie from him being in California, and we kind of recruit that area pretty hard. So we talked to him before throughout the process.
And ever since he has come here, how have you seen him develop as an athlete and as a person?
Probably a little too soon for a person because he just got here. But as an athlete, it just leaps and bounds in the things that he's been able to do. He's still growing. He's still kind of one of those young adults, and they'll always continue to grow, just like everybody in our program. But as an athlete, you know, the things that he's doing day in and day out, I don't think we've quite seen the best of Kyrie King.
What makes you say that?
Just his testing. His testing says that he should be putting up some numbers that are very respectable.
Do you think that including him in the Oregon Sprints program has kind of brought it up a little or a lot?
No, I think we've been pretty good before. He broke the school record in the 60. Sammy Parker, football player, had the record before him. So when you say that he bring up or build up the sprint program, I think he just adds on to it.
And what do you see him doing in outdoors?
Same thing. Continue the progression and the progress that he's made indoors.
Already you mentioned Sammy Parker. You've had a pretty good tradition in recent years of having football players come and run track for you. New football coaching staff. Are you going to have that same ability to pick off a few football players to help you out?
Yeah, we've talked already a couple of times about some from future recruits there that we're looking at trying to get them to come in, and our efforts as far as how we go about recruiting them. And then as far as the current guys there on the team, of course, you know, there's Charles and then there's Tony. A little bit of a conundrum there because they're kind of learning a new system and get there. So we haven't really bothered them too much to get them acclimated to the new system and to the new coaches. But at some point in time when they kind of have a handle on that and have a grasp of that, I would expect to see those guys out for track.
Even this season?
Possibly, yes.